hired 5 project managers. 5. Not bad ones, not cheap ones. By the final hires, I was bringing in project managers with great experience and incredible resumes. Each one costs more than the last, but every single one of them failed. And unfortunately, it took me 5 attempts and 3 years to figure out why. It wasn't a people problem, it was actually a systems problem. And the moment I understood that, everything about how I run my company changed. Before I get into it, quick background. I'm Dylan, and I've spent 5 years building systems inside of service businesses. My agency, DataCoast, grew to over 20 team members. We've worked in over 60 businesses throughout that time, and across all of it, I kept seeing the same thing. Smart owners trying hard, but failing for the same reason. Not because they weren't capable, but because they kept trying to solve a systems problem with people. Alright, so the first few years at DataCoast, every week looked the same. Timelines slipping, clients asking where things are, my team rushing to get things done on time, and me being in the middle of it trying to hold it all together. And the obvious solution, what I kept hearing from every advisor, every book, and all of my research, was to hire a project manager. So we hired one. Here's what kept happening. They couldn't stay in the loop on all of our projects simultaneously. The context was too much and the details moved too fast. And without full real-time context over all of the projects, they really couldn't manage any of them. What they could do really well was send some emails and schedule some calls. So that's what project management became at DataCoast. And with time, we thought maybe we needed someone more senior with more experience, with more knowledge in our domain. And if only we got that, they'd be able to handle all of the context. Second PM, third, fourth, fifth, 3 years. Each one costs more. Each one failed for the same reason. And here's the question that finally broke through to me after attempt number 5. Instead of asking what's wrong with these people, I looked at the role and asked, what about it is making them fail? And that's when I saw it. The project manager role as we designed it required them to hold an impossible amount of context simultaneously across multiple projects and team members. And they had to act on that context perfectly in real time 24/7. And the truth is, there aren't many people who can do that. Even the best of us will struggle. So we haven't had a hiring problem for 3 years. We had designed an impossible job and kept trying to fill it with people. This was our system problem. So how did we solve it? Well, we stopped trying to hire and we started building our way out of it. We created our own internal project manager, not person, an AI employee, a system that could hold all of the context, that could track every project, every timeline, every client communication, and surface it at the exact moment we needed to know about it. And here's the thing about everything that had been killing our project managers. The volume, the context switching, never feeling like they could log off. These are all strengths of AI. Today, I'm using AI roughly 8 hours plus a day, not occasionally, continuously. And I'm not just talking about in my browser, chatting with ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude, but actually working with them as team members on my team. I use them to help with blog posts, LinkedIn content, gathering and writing project requirements, preparing proposals, taking notes in our CRM, developing our solutions, and now even making UI UX mockups. When I think about how we used to do all of this work manually, it's honestly insane to me. It's like doing research before Google. The landscape has completely shifted, but most businesses are still operating like it's 5 years ago. So let me paint you a quick picture. A bad week at DataCoast when I first started looked like 7 days of firefighting, timelines off, client calls I wasn't fully prepared for, team was stressed, and I was buried inside of the operations of my business instead of working on it to grow it. The 3 win conditions for the week were survived, didn't lose a client, and didn't miss every deadline. Now, a good week, we solved one key problem very, very, very well that has tremendous value and huge ROI. It's also one where we actually deliver early on all of our timelines. And it's one where my team owns the results and I can see the scoreboard moving in the right direction in real time. That shift from surviving to building really happened because we stopped trying to put people into impossible or very challenging roles. And instead, we started designing systems that allow humans to do what they're very good at. And that shift from surviving to building started happening when we stopped trying to squeeze people into impossible roles and started allowing humans and AI to do what they're best at. So if I could go back and tell myself something 3 years ago, here's what I'd say. Stop trying to hire your way out of a system problem. Give your team real autonomy, give them a clear scoreboard, how close they are to their target in real time, set expectations, set targets, and hold them accountable, and what gets measured improves. Honestly, what I'm talking about wasn't all fully possible 3 years ago. AI has improved tremendously, but now that I have AI, I would also add the advice to build an AI layer that supercharges you and your team. And please, if anything, don't waste 3 years like I did, and don't go through 5 expensive hires. So if you're running a service business and any of this sounds familiar, the firefighting weeks, the roles that kept failing, the feeling that you're stuck working inside of the business instead of on it, I'd love to talk to you. We work with service businesses to design what we call digital HQs. This is a custom application where AI employees handle your most repetitive and common workflows, so your humans can focus on the work that actually moves the needle. And this all starts with a 30-minute inspection where I will find at least 20 hours a week that you're wasting that could be handed over to AI. And if I can't, I'll actually pay you $500. The link to apply for the inspection is in the description below. Book a call, it's 30 minutes, and I'll honestly tell you what's possible for your business. But I've never wasted all this time putting people into impossible positions. So I'd love to save you the same kind of struggles. Thanks for watching.